Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we are going to be doing my first pool planning video for the FR era, and we're going to be talking about the FRs that are going to be dropping in the first month, which is going to be in July. So we're going to be talking about Kain, Krile, Braska, kam'lanaut, Desch, and Tidus. Now, if you guys want to let me know down in the comment section below what your pool plans are going to be for the first month of the FR era once it drops to global, I greatly appreciate it. I'm curious to see what everybody is going to be doing. I know that there's probably going to be some players that are probably going to comment way ahead of time, talking about maybe even some of the recent FR weapons that dropped in JP. But for this video, we are going to just be talking about the first month. Now, I will be doing this only for every month in terms of pool planning, or I guess like in terms of the pool planning videos, so that way the video won't be too tremendously long, because now that we have something else to talk about when it comes to these pool planning videos, I feel like I should just keep it at 1 month. But if you guys want to know what my pool plans for global are going to be for the entire FR era, do let me know down in the comment section below, and I will let you guys know who I am actually considering pulling for global. So yeah guys, let's go ahead and start off. We're going to talk about Kain. Now, Kain is going to be our first FR unit who will not only get his FR weapon but also get his BT. Now, his BT I have talked about in my last pool planning video related to or focusing only on BTs, but Kain's BT weapon is very solid and a very good one to have, and Kain is still very much used in current Shinryu as I am recording this video, just because, like, obviously with him jumping into the air and getting those additional attacks onto the enemy, and of course that BT effect is also very solid. But when it comes to his FR, I feel like a lot of players may just pass up on Kain in general, or pass up on maxing out his FR weapon, because this FR weapon, it's not the best in terms of the damage bonus percentage. Now, his FR conditions to increase the HP damage bonus is whenever somebody deals a ranged brave attack or ranged attack command, excuse me, or if they initiate a knockback with all 3 characters participating in that knockback. So it's pretty simple to be able to increase the HP damage bonus. But the thing is, though, is that the percentages for either of the 2 conditions are not the best. They are very poor percentages. But regardless of that, I am still going to be pulling for his FR weapon, only because I pulled for his FR weapon in JP, and he was actually an FR I used his FR ability a good amount up until Tidus, because Tidus has a very strong FR, which we'll get into here in just a bit. I did pass up on Cam because if I'm not mistaken, I was low on resources, or I guess I just wasn't that interested in him. I'm not entirely sure what was the whole situation. That was like, what, 5 months ago or whatever. But I decided to pass up on Cam, even though for my global account I may actually go for him this time, just to get the whole experience and whatnot that everybody else did. But for Kain, though, I will be pulling for his FR weapon and his BT weapon once it does drop to global DFFOO, and I'm probably going to pass up on Krile, who is going to be the next character that we're going to be talking about. Now, Krile does get a rework and an FR weapon, and with her FR weapon, it's pretty simple, and the percentages are actually better than what Kain has. Now, to increase her HP damage bonus, whenever a party member selects a thunder attack command, which also includes off-turn triggers, it increases the HP damage bonus. And then whenever Krile herself recovers brave to the party except for herself, then she does increase the HP damage bonus, excuse me. So it's pretty simple. Again, it's a very simple conditions that that this FR has. Now, when it comes to a party member selecting a thunder attack command, it can either be an actual command that has thunder in it, or if Krile, which she does, if she enchants the party with thunder, then it does count towards that condition. So you are able to increase it. Now, one thing to note is that Ornn does get his C90 and his rework, which I know a lot of players are probably excited about because Ornn is a very solid tank. So he is going to be helping her out with this condition. Now, any other character that can be paired like that does have a holy enchant will help out as well. So as long as you have some type of an enchanter, it will help out with her FR condition. Now, the other thing about Krile that some players should know is that she's going to be the first FR unit that will have the ability to be able to increase the FR gauge a little bit more than your typical character would. Because of this specific line right here, and let me just zoom in real quick so you guys can see. So it's going to be on this specific line or sentence right here. Increases force gauge by 3% via her skill 1 ability. Now her skill 2 and her EX, so on and so forth, it does not have this specific sentence. Now for those who are wondering like who is counted as an FR charger, Krile is going to be the first FR unit to have this specific line right here that is able to increase the force gauge by a little bit more than what your usual character on the team would. So this specific skill on Krile will be the first character, the first FR character, excuse me, to be able to increase the force gauge a little bit faster. Now there is a previous FR, or not FR, but there is a previous character that is able to increase the force gauge a little bit faster as well, which is Penelo. Penelo does increase the FR gauge a little bit faster, but remember, you have to give them their force enhancements to be able to take advantage of all this, because if you don't, then you're not going to be getting any type of like bonus increase with either Penelo or Krile. So for Krile, I will throw some tickets for her FR weapon just to see if I can get it. If I do manage to get it, cool. Then I'll be able to experience like what Krile does offer. I mean, like her rework is solid as well. Her FR is not that bad either, but I guess it just depends if the game wants to be kind to me and actually give me her FR weapon. But she's not a bad option, especially because in my opinion, she is actually a better option than Braska. Now Braska is. Look, Braska honestly could have been made into such a better character, but I felt like they really held back on him because, like, with his FR ability, his FR is pretty much how to increase his FR, the FR gauge while his FR is active, is whenever a party member's HP is greater than or equal to 100% of the max HP at the end of the turn, then it increases by 10%. Pretty simple. Just keep your party healed and you're good to go. The other one is going to be that the party member selects a fire attack command, or if your teammates are enchanted with fire, then you will be able to increase the HP damage bonus. Here's the thing though, Braska, he doesn't have party fire enchant. He only has it for himself, and his skills does have fire enchant with him. But the thing is though, not all of his skills, but his EX and I believe his LD, his LD also has fire the attribute within it. The thing is though, is with him not having that, you're gonna have to rely on call abilities to be able to meet that second condition with Braska's FR ability. But the other character that does get released with Braska's release is gonna be Ignis, and Ignis does have fire enchant via his LD ability. So and also with Ignis does have the ability to be able to increase the FR gauge faster because he does have the ability to increase it. Braska also does as well via his skill 1. As you can see right here, increases force gauge by 3%. That is that additional bonus to be able to increase the force gauge faster than any other character who does not have that increase, that 3% increase does. So Braska, As much as I was not too crazy, even though I did pull for you in my JP account, like you, in my opinion, was not really worth my resources. Like if you had, even though you can heal and whatnot, and you do have a few other things, the fact that Braska just does not have party fire enchant just really just does not, it makes me not want to pull for his kit. Like I would rather focus on Ignis and give my force enhancement materials to Ignis and just use him as an FR charger if I don't plan on giving him to Penelo. So for Braska, I'm going to be passing up on his FR weapon. Unless it's a free multi and all of a sudden the game decides to give it to me, then I may consider going for his kit again. But other than that, I'm probably not going to be pulling for his FR in Global. Next up is going to be Cam. Now, Cam is a character that I know a lot of players are very excited for because Cam, his conditions is pretty easy to be able to increase so long as you have like call abilities or if he actually has somebody to be able to enchant the party with ice. Now, for Cam's conditions, his percentages are really solid. His percentages, basically whenever a party member attacks an enemy afflicted with a cannot act debuff, so that means like paralysis or his BT effect trap or confusion, then it increases the HP damage bonus, and this also includes attacks during the knockback. Now, there is some like crazy condition with Cam, which is one of the reasons why players are going to be pulling for his kit. What I am going to do is I am going to type that specific condition down in a pinned comment because I want to double check myself and make sure that I am correct on this condition because technically he does get a little bit more on the HP damage bonus, but again, I would type out that specific condition down in a pinned comment so you guys can check that out because I want to make sure that I'm correct on it. The other condition is going to be whenever a party member selects an ice attack command, or if you enchant said character with ice enchant or the party, excuse me, then you'll be good to go. You will meet this specific requirement for his FR condition. Now, Cam's a very solid, or he becomes a very solid character. My most favorite thing about him is definitely going to be his BT, and especially that trap, making it so that the boss cannot act, and it also has a brave damage resist down, and then whenever it expires, the trap after the enemy turn that grants the player's ally with the closest turn order to act immediately. So it's actually a very convenient BT to have, but I am planning on pulling for his BT and for sure his BT, and if I do manage to get his FR, then cool. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, like in JP, I did not pick up his FR or his BT until like I think it was like a random banner where his BT and his FR decided to like, well no, his FR dropped on his initial banner, but I believe I was short on resources to max it out, and his BT I believe dropped in one of the other banners that comes up later on. So Cam is going to be a very solid character for many players. For my global account, I think I will be pulling for his BT and his FR just so I can get like the whole experience that everybody else did in JP, and sort of that way I won't be missing out on all of the lovely shenanigans that Cam has to offer. So I will be pulling for his BT and his FR. I'll probably throw some gems, or if I have tokens, I'll token his BT and just chase for his FR. And yeah, next up, Desch. Desch is not too bad of a character. I've not really seen him used too much to be fair, but his conditions is not hard to do. Whenever you use his FR ability, he does inflict paralysis to all targets for 2 turns, which is kind of convenient, and it's also related to his FR condition. So whenever a party member selects a thunder attack command, it does increase the HP damage bonus, or if you enchant the party with a thunder enchant, with the thunder attribute, whatever you call it, then it does your teammates can also help in increasing the HP damage bonus. And then after an enemy was unable to act, it does increase the HP damage bonus. So if you paralyze him, if you have Cam's trap from his BT effect inflicted onto it, or if you have confusion inflicted onto the enemies, then that will increase the HP damage bonus. Desch is not a bad character per se. I was unable to pull for his FR weapon, so I can't really say too much. I'll probably throw some tickets for his FR weapon just to see if I can get it. But if not, I was just fine with not having his FR weapon, just because at the time I still had Kain's FR and I had Cam's FR, but I didn't max it out because I was short on resources. I had Braska as well at the time, but I was mostly going for the whole Kain Braska type of thing between both of them, either using Kain or using Braska. But for Desch though, Desch is not a bad character. He does get a rework as well, but I'm probably going to pass up and not chase hard for his FR weapon, because I'm going to be waiting for Tidus. Tidus, with his rework that he gets, makes him a monster. And then with his FR ability is very, very easy to be able to increase. So whenever a party member attacks a debuff target, the HP damage bonus does get increased. And then when a party member selects an instant turn rate ability excluding the BT phase, it does increase the HP damage bonus. Now that we do have many characters that does have instant turn rate, Tidus of course being that character. And then of course attacking a member with attacking an enemy with a debuff onto them. I mean, that's pretty simple. That's easy to do. You can have either Tidus himself, you can have maybe one of your teammates, you can have a card ability inflict a debuff. As long as the enemy has one debuff, then it will increase the HP damage bonus. So it's not a hard condition at all. I am planning to pull for Tidus 100% once again, because he becomes a very, very good character with his rework. And then of course, with the amount of damage that he is going to be dishing out, especially whenever you go into the BT phase, and if you have his FR active, then yeah, your boy is going to be dishing some very strong damage. Plus, he's going to be a character that I'm going to be using for Transcendence 10, because Transcendence 10 is a pain in the... Yes, so it's a big pain. So having Tidus being my damage dealer for that fight is going to be super, super helpful. And yeah, picking up his FR will be very much useful for that specific fight and for future fights, because Tidus definitely holds his own for quite a while. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Do let me know down in the comment section below what your plans are going to be for Kain, Krile, Braska, Cam, Desch, and Tidus. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk about the month of, what is it, August. I will be making a video for August here in the next few weeks or so, because I do have other FR related videos that I need to upload so that you guys know and are prepared for once the FR era drops. So that's gonna be it. Take care, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.